Welcome to another edition of the Burnout with yours truly, Tony. We're gonna dive right into this this story I got is one of another disturbing story. But anyway, before I get into that, I want to go ahead and read you my quote of the day. And it says, people that know they are important think about others. People that think they are important think about themselves. Now you take that. Now, people who know they're important, they don't think about themselves. They think about everybody else. But you got those phony people who think they're important. They're always thinking about themselves. They're always going to put themselves ahead of anything they're doing. No matter what they're doing, no matter what project they're working on, no matter what group they're with, no matter what their standards are, they're always going to try to put themselves up there. You don't want to affiliate with those people because those are selfish people. And the only thing they got in mind is what they want. They don't care about you. They don't care about nothing you got going on. All right, story we got today. And let's get into the racial thing here. It says, racial punks. Group of angry white men harass black boys with racial slurs in front of cops. Social media dares them to approach their father with that same energy. There's so much I can unload on this. And that's something and I'm going to at some point. But let's read this. Two Washington lawmakers are urging the Tennessee officials to take a firmer stance against the rising neo-Nazi presence in downtown Nashville after members of the hate group harassed 5 black children during a recent protest march through the city. The small but aggressive group of white supremacists have been swarming the crowded streets of downtown Nashville for more than a month, throwing up Nazis, salutes, chanting racial slogans, waving swastikas, flags, and celebrating with hate songs on the courthouse steps, and loudly disrupting a Metro Council meeting with angry outbursts. City leaders have largely remained silent while failing to mount a response to the escalating provocation. But after the hate group targeted a group of young children, Democratic Representative Justin Jones of Nashville and Representative G.A. Hardaway, a Memphis Democrat, have demanded action. White nationalists verbally attacked and tried to intimidate these brilliant, beautiful, powerful young black boys who were simply trying to play drums and simply trying to enjoy their summer break like any other child. Jones said during a news conference at the Cordell Hall Legislative Office building on July 24th. In his remarks, Jones said the resurgence of racism in Nashville was intended as an act of intimidation that regresses up to the darker chapters of our history. The boys, Ronataris and Detonio Wilson, aged 14 and 10, K'Mon Williams, 11, and Jaquel Forrest, 9, are well known in downtown for their skillful and captivating drum performance on plastic buckets. On July 20th, while the boys were performing, members of the neo-Nazi group began harassing them and shouting racial slurs. Metro Nashville police escorted the children a block away from the scene, but then allowed them to walk home by themselves, according to Jones and the mother of one of the boys. Clips of the video posted widely through social media starts with a group of white men wearing matching t-shirts with the slogan "Whites Against Replacement" on the back. One of the men is heard asking the young boys where were their parents. The young boys attempted to stand up for themselves, only to be mocked and antagonized. Are we allowed to let these little N-words make threats? One of the men asked while others laughed, can you ask the N-words? They have to accompany the N's down to town. The officer escorting the boys did not confront the white men in any way. We know this is about a deeper systematic issue and about a deeper threat that we've experienced in our state and in our city right now, with the increasing rise of white nationalist terrorists that is targeting our children, not Jones said. The incident quickly provoked a response from the Metro Council Minority Caucus, which strongly condemns the event in the statement issued online. Our right to free speech through fundamentals should not be used to justify grown men weaponizing vile racist language. against children. The statement said, "We denounce any form of speech that promotes division, intolerance, or incites hatred." At Wednesday's news conference, Ashton Lee Forrest's mother and a close friend of the other 3 boys delivered a poignant address. "It wasn't right," she said. "I moved to the city, which is supposed to be free, and it's happening anyway." I'm not going to read all of it, but that's the meat and potatoes of the situation. Okay, I got so many different questions about this. The first thing I got is, if the police were there and you heard these white supremacists, neo-Nazis with swastikas, the neo-Nazi sign, and you see them harassing 14, 15, and 13-year-old kids, and y'all did nothing. So to me, when you do nothing, you are accepting and you following the lead that those white supremacists are doing. So the police that were there, you're no different than those neo-Nazis and that racist group that was there. Because I can promise you this, if that was a black group harassing a white group, you would have intervened and confronted the black guys. But since it was a white neo-Nazi group and it's been participating in, as far as we can read in this article, you allowed that to happen. Not only did you not do anything to them, you escorted the black kids away from them. But you did not confront them about the stuff they were saying. What kind of law enforcement are y'all running up there in Nashville? What kind of polices are y'all having? So to me, the police that did that, you are no better than a neo-Nazi. Matter of fact, you might be part of the neo-Nazi movement, because anytime a group of black people get together and to protest, y'all got guns out there. Y'all up there trying to restrict them from doing this, restrict them from doing that. But it's always funny when it's neo-Nazis, KKK members, y'all seem to never want to do anything. Y'all seem to never move. Why? Explain to me why that y'all accept that, but you harass the black. And you trying to tell me racism don't exist. You take that bull crap and send it somewhere else. Put that in the field, because that's the only place it's accepted as. Because I'm looking at these articles. I'm looking at every article. Every time an article comes through that our group sends, I read it thoroughly. I do my research on it. I go back and see that they do the same procedure with the other group who protested. And if the Black Lives Matter group, y'all out there with guns, y'all out there with barricades, you out there for dividing them. But on this neo-Nazi group, this KK group, this hate group, you did nothing. You moved the people they were harassing away, but you didn't even confront the people that was doing the harassing. What kind of policing is that? So to me, based on what I heard, what I read, the police that were there, you affiliate yourself with those neo-Nazis. And there's no way you can defend this. There's no way you can defend this. You didn't even confront them. These kids was doing what they do every day from this article, what the article said. They said they well known around there. But instead of you confronting those racist people who were making those comments, you removed the kids. And then they say you let them walk by themselves. So, that's good. That lets me know you didn't give a damn about them. That's all that told me. So now, this is where we're going with this now. Those police that was out there, y'all are racist. Y'all go along, you follow suit with those neo-Nazis. You should have just went on that side where they was at and started protesting and talking with them. You did everything but that. Then they want to use the free speech. Well, when a black person uses a free speech, there's something wrong with it. It's a problem when they use free speech. But when the white neo-Nazis, the white KKK, these hate groups use this speech, it's a freedom of speech now. They were harassing those kids who wasn't bothering them whatsoever. And the police did nothing to de-escalate the situation. Your de-escalation is telling them to move on. If they were there first, why do they gotta move on? Why you didn't tell the neo-Nazis to move on? I'm gonna read this one more time. The officers escorting the boys did not confront the white men in any way. Why not? Why weren't they confronted? Why didn't you tell them to cut their shenanigans out? You know why? Because them cops up there was neo-Nazis too. Y'all in with that same bull crap. This is why I don't like Nashville. Why I really don't care about Tennessee altogether. Because Tennessee, if you notice through history, when they got a Klan rally, Tennessee is always the first name that comes up. It's always Tennessee. It's always Tennessee. That's when they do all these KKK rallies, these marches, these hate groups. It's always in Tennessee where it starts from. You know, I don't understand. I really, it just blows my mind. Just blows my mind. That this hate group is allowed for freedom of speech, but the average black person that protests is a threat. But they're not a threat. I've never seen a Black Lives Matter march harass white people. I never see them. If you haven't done anything, they're not interested in you. I never seen a peaceful march that African Americans are in, and a lot of white people are in these marches too, because it's not about color, it's about mentality. Let's not get it mixed up that thinking it's black and white. It's not as clear as that. Every white person is not racist. They don't, and some of these white, and most white people do not like this foolishness and buffoonery that's going on. It's not the color, it's the mentality. These people in Nashville have this racist mentality. The cops in Nashville, let me rephrase it, the cops that was out there where this neo-Nazi group was, they have that same neo-Nazi mentality. And that riles me up, because I don't quite understand how the police can go and jump on this group for protesting. Then you got a hate group that you escort everybody else around that they're talking about. You move them out of the way and let the hate people, the KKK, the neo-Nazis, you continue to let them go on. You don't see these rallies in Alabama. You don't see them in Georgia. You don't see them in Mississippi. You don't see them in Louisiana. You don't see them in South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. You see it in Tennessee way too often. Every time I turn around, Tennessee got some KKK rally. They got them marching down the street. Everybody knows KKK is a hate group. This is not news. We know they're a hate group. But y'all in Tennessee, y'all lawmakers, y'all are just like the people that are marching because y'all allow that buffoonery to go on. I really don't understand. I don't understand. Those white neo-Nazis, y'all are a bunch of punks. You're a bunch of cowards. How do you allow them to attack kids and the police doesn't do nothing about it? If it's an adult, that's different. Adults can handle themselves. But these cowards want to attack kids, call them the N-word. Call them all kind of names. The police sitting there hearing it and did nothing. You are no better than the neo-Nazis themselves. You should put the swastikas on. You should put the hoods on, because that's exactly who you are. You should not be on the law. You should not be in law enforcement if you sat there and heard that and you did nothing, because that means you condone it. That's fact. I don't care who like it. Racism is not a color. Racism is a mentality. Because every white person is not racist, and every black person, they say can't be a racist. Yes, you can. It's a mentality. You got black people who don't like white people. You racist against them. I'm not like that. My mama raised me up to treat everybody the same. I do not look at color. Color means very little to me. Because I've been treated bad by white people. I've been treated bad by black people. I also been treated extremely nice by white people, and I've been treated nice by black people. So it's not a color, it's a mindset. And these people in Nashville that tolerate this, Y'all have that racist mindset. Y'all are pitiful. Y'all are cowards. Y'all are pathetic. And I do not know for the love of God why the police did not confront them. Well, let me rephrase it. I kind of do know why they didn't confront them, because you side with them. I'm sorry. I'm telling you like it is. I don't really care whose toes I step on. I'm sick of all this racist bull crap. I'm sick of all these people always saying, well, I'm not a racism. If you are affiliated with the Klan, if you go to them, if you like what they say, that means you like them. Because if you condemn their activity, you don't support them. If you support them, you condone it. If you condone it, you affiliate yourself with it. So you can cut all that foolishness out, in my opinion. But that in Nashville is so pathetic, and every one of them cops need to be fired. Because you showed your true colors right there. You showed you're a racist, and you showed you don't care. You showed you're going to move the victims away and let the aggressors step there and continue to throw racial slurs. You've already established that. We got that established already. So now we know who you are. We know what you are, and we know how you operate. That's why I don't go to Nashville. I don't even like to go to Tennessee. Because they're rooted in racism, and everybody trying to bury their head in the sand like an ostrich and act like it don't exist, when we know it does. Well, that's all the time we got for today, and sometimes I get overheated, overexcited, and I just get pissed off because of these articles. But hey, this is stuff that we need to know. It's all fun and games to listen to us. Be funny, this and that, but knowledge and information is more important than humor. If we don't know, if you keep ignoring what's going on, sooner or later it's going to happen to you. Sooner or later it's going to happen where you stay at. Then you ain't going to be able to ignore it. You'll say, well, I didn't see it coming. Well, if you read, if you listen, you would have seen that this wave was already in the process of moving. But we are so entangled with gossip. You want to hear about this woman doing this man cheating, this woman cheating, dirt here, dirt there. Look, ain't nobody got time for all that foolishness. But that's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear stuff that really affects them, because everything that's going on in one state eventually is going to affect another one. And it's going to affect the state you stay in at some point. Arm yourself with knowledge, arm yourself with information. But that's all the time we got for today. Hey, we'll be back same time, same place on the Burnout. And remember, always flame up, but never burn out. 2 fingers, peace. And hey, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.